Hello, how are you? Oh, you speak
Okay.
you speak a little bit English.
A little.
A little bit.
Little.
It's like but life is normal here, yes? It's safe.
Yeah.
No,
slowly.
I like Russia.
People are not worried.
No.
It's no problem.
Why did you?
No problem. That's yeah.
No problem.
Now yeah. I feel the same.
Solo blah 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 blah.
Too much blah blah blah.
Да.
Alright. One super common question I keep getting is what about the war with Ukraine and Russia? At the border, there's tanks building up, there's military and army happening. Aren't you guys concerned? Aren't you guys scared? And the answer is, honestly, not a single person in Ukraine has ever brought it up in the last couple of weeks that it's been happening. Literally, it's only non-Ukrainians that just write me, like always panic. They're like, Johnny, buying an apartment? Are you crazy? There's war happening. Like, do you feel safe? There's a war happening. I'm like, literally, like, I guarantee not a single one of these people have ever brought it up during dinner. Since like 2014, it's been happening so long. And yeah, the Western media always makes it sound like such a big deal.
After months of simmering conflict, thousands of Russian troops have massed on the border of Ukraine.
And then like every time there's like a new, flex by Russia, they bring tanks, they do a bombing, and unfortunately it sucks that it's happening, right? But as far as civilian life outside of Donetsk region, which is that one area in the east, nobody's concerned. I'm in Kharkiv, which is almost bordering Russia, but it's not bordering Crimea or Donetsk. So nobody here is at all concerned. Like literally, nobody's brought it up. Like not once have I been in a conversation or even overheard a conversation talking about the impending war with Russia or any fear. Seriously. Like I'm sure there's some old babushkas who are watching Channel 1 Russian TV who are worried about it. But like everyday life, especially people under 30, nobody talks about it at all. Zero. Safety-wise, I am way safer here than in any big city in the US or in Western Europe. I guarantee that. Like if I was walking through a park with a new iPhone in San Francisco, New York, Chicago, or really even like Houston or any big city in Miami, there's a significant chance someone's gonna run up and snatch it or try to rob me. I guarantee it. Like it's happened to me before. In Barcelona, all right? Like here, ain't nobody robbing me. Like I can walk around like this all day. And nobody, like unless you're like in a really bad neighborhood outside of the city center, like in the city center, it's safe. Like nobody's concerned. So that's the funny thing about life in Ukraine is like this is, let me show you what's happening actually, okay? This is what concern people have. This is what people are doing on a Sunday. Playing ping pong, they're hanging out. There you go. Пожалуйста. Like none of these people are concerned about war with Russia or safety. They're concerned about having fun. Like you have old guys in the park doing squats. This is why people are healthy. You have people doing pull-ups and TRX, and this is all built actually by the government. This one's in Ukrainian colors. People walking their kids, in strollers. I wish I spoke better Russian so I could interview people about this, but like I guarantee you, like it's really not a big concern for most people. You guys are skating. People get their kids in the strollers.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Oh, you speak
okay.
you speak a little bit English.
No. A little.
A little bit.
A little.
I have a question. People.
Where are you from? Where are you
America. I'm American.
America?
Yeah.
How what is your name?
Johnny, меня зовут Johnny. Очень приятно. And you? And what is your names?
Olga.
Olga.
Maya.
Lara.
Lara. Larissa. Очень приятно. Very nice to meet you. So my friends were writing me that I should be scared because Russia is at war now, and I was telling them nobody is scared here. Like it's life is normal.
No,
What is your thought?
Что, Лара, переведи?
я не поняла.
I don't understand.
Like
you.
now, like сейчас, Russia at the border, they're having some like problems. Some
Несколько проблем, короче.
yeah.
Yeah,
but,
problem.
But no,
У нас нету.
it's like but life is normal here. Yes, it's safe.
Мы не имеем проблем с
Не, он про
Россией.
себя говорит.
Yeah.
Мы говорим, да, он же спрашивает.
Yeah, and in Kharkiv, everybody's relaxed. Nobody is scared. Yeah?
Непонятно.
I learned English in school.
Okay. Yeah,
And now I understand a little.
just a little bit. Okay.
Perché
I
no,
like,
slowly.
I like Россия.
I also тоже. But my question is, nobody in Kharkiv is worried, like scared, like
What is this?
like
worried?
worried, like for safety.
No,
like-
in Russia, no.
Не знаю. Maybe I can translate. Like people are not worried.
No.
It's no problem.
Войны нет.
No problem. It's, yeah, I feel the same. I feel very safe, relaxed.
Perché, perché? Because 20 year век, как? Век
Ago,
ago.
before, yes.
Да. No problem.
Now, yeah, I feel the same.
Solo bla 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 bla.
Too much blah blah blah.
Да.
Maybe TV,
Да,
media,
sì.
Пропаганда.
propaganda like this. Okay, and like they're playing, they're not worried. You know, they're okay. Большое спасибо.
Да.
Nice to
Good
meet
day,
you.
good day.
Very enjoy your day. Ciao ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
So even kind of the older generation, and I will guarantee if I spoke to like 500 people here, 499 of them would say the same thing. Like it was so not even crossing their minds that they didn't even know what I was talking about. I had to show them a message and then translate it, and they're like, "Oh, this was like 20 years ago. Nobody cares." Like it's still, I mean, obviously it's still happening now, but it's been happening for 20 years. And just people are not concerned at all. Yeah.
Я сразу не буду разговаривать на английском.
Okay. So I'm curious. What is your thoughts? Are you worried?
Среди слов. Спроси сам вопрос, какой будет.
Как вы догадались?
Как к этому относишься?
Да.
Встревожно.
Скажи, well, he says that he's worried about it.
You are worried.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not actually because not really that I'm not worried, but I'm not interested in politics. And well, I like how to say, I'm very in a long distance to it. I'm in literature, in art, and these things, so I'm really in a very long distance from this.
Okay. But geographically, we're very close to Russia.
Yeah.
In Kharkiv, is it a concern for you or no?
No.
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 And for him, like, is he?
No,
Worried?
he's worried about the situation that we are in.
Okay.
Not really about the boundaries, but about some troubles.
Okay. And do you think that, like, here in Kharkiv, are people feeling safe or are people worried?
I believe it depends. If these people are close to politics, if it's normal people, really how to say, healthy people who can judge, I believe they are worried about what happens.
Okay.
And they want some peace, maybe. But if they are not really in it, well, it doesn't matter when we don't hear some loudness, some things. We don't expect anything,
Okay.
and we just don't feel anything like that something is wrong.
Okay. Do you feel that like normal life, day-to-day life, is normal or?
I believe for me, yes,
Okay.
because while I live here, I don't need anything. I have everything I need, and I cannot worry about it.
Okay. Because I was saying, like, everybody here is just relaxed. I think I don't even hear people talk about it. It's
Yeah.
not like a big concern.
Yeah. now yes, but if something happens, I believe here we have some such culture that we can think about it but not speak about it. And each person speaks in his family about what he thinks about it, but people don't usually speak about it not to have some arguments.
So even with friends, you're not talking about it so much?
Yeah.
Okay,
really, yeah.
that's interesting, because I was saying that with my Ukrainian friends, or even if I'm listening to someone's conversation, nobody's talking about it. But
Yeah.
it's interesting you're saying maybe at home they are talking about it.
Maybe at home, yes, because they just don't want to have some arguments with their friends or with people, because we can have different opinions and we don't have ruin our relationships because of it.
Oh, thank you so much. Большое спасибо and дякую.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day. Bye-bye. You know, guys, I was wrong. I'm so glad that I actually stopped and spoke to a few Ukrainian people, because she's right. Where people probably are thinking about it inside, like their hearts, and with their friends, at like with their, maybe, I don't know, probably not, honestly, probably not with their friends, because of what she said. They don't want to start political arguments, but maybe with their family at home, that's something that they do talk about, and that's something that obviously I don't have access to because I'm not Ukrainian and I don't have a family here. And at the end of the day, like, you know, even though I'm going to be living here, because I have the option to just live somewhere else, it's not as big a concern for me. While if somebody is from Ukraine, their family's in Ukraine, you know, they have a Ukrainian citizenship, this is the only place they have. So it is very, very interesting, where Ukrainians are tough people, and this is one thing I really like about them. They're very resilient. So they're able to enjoy life and go out and go to the park with their family and their friends and, you know, have a normal life. Oh my God. But, you know, inside their heart, it's always a bit heavy. Like they can never maybe complete, like maybe they have a smile on the outside, but on the inside, maybe it's, you know, it's always in the back of their mind, because I don't think Ukraine's ever really had many years of stability where they weren't at war with somebody. And I do hope that in the future, Ukraine will have peace and stability, because the people are really, really amazing, good-hearted, kind people. But this is kind of the way it is, and this is what people are used to now, where they've been used to being at war for, you know, forever, like basically forever, with some country, someone. So they've learned to adapt. They've learned to be able to go out and enjoy life, while, you know, being realistic about what could happen. But definitely, as far as like safety wise, it's very safe. Like, I think that's not a concern with anyone, as she had mentioned. Like physically, like everyone feels safe, at least, you know, for the next couple of years, unless something actually happens. But like, that's not something that people are worried about. People are more worried about like political stability, good in the long run. So Liana is local Ukrainian.
Yes.
People keep asking me, should we be like, is it dangerous to be in Ukraine?
It depends where you are,
Okay.
and mostly it's not dangerous at all.
Okay.
So right now we're in Kharkiv.
Uh-huh.
It's an eastern city, and we are fully safe.
Okay.
So yeah.
But what if like we are so close to Russia, and with this like war happening, do people feel scared, or they're worried?
I think there are like just a couple of cities which are also on the east, where like on the border, like some military. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it doesn't go wider.
Okay.
So yeah.
So in Kharkiv, everybody feels safe,
Yes, in Kharkiv everybody.
and also in Kiev.
And also in Kiev and western and south, everywhere you can see kids can roller skate and like anything what you want. Yeah, you can do.
Oh, you could have told me. I would have got you a couple
Oh, that she decided a bit
afterwards.
later. Yeah.
And so yesterday when I was in the park, somebody messaged me saying, like Johnny, like be careful, like Russia's coming, there's tanks and everything. And I said, like, look, I'm in this park, everyone's just playing and having fun. I think nobody's even thinking about it. But then I interviewed a few Ukrainians there, and all of them actually said to me, they're like, look, we're enjoying our life. We go out, but at home we talk about it. We think about it a lot. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Are you thinking about this at home a lot, or talking about it with your family?
I can say that I take it seriously actually, because when it just started, I was living in Kiev, and it was scary when it just started, and we never knew which city will be get. So even in Kiev was like problems, here was a problems, but then these areas get out.
And this was 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, but also like my colleagues were taken to there, and they were like involved in a war.
They were recruited or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they
and they
recruited.
had to go.
But
There
it
was
was
no
long
way
time
to
ago.
run away.
Wow.
Yes.
So it's kind of like in Turkey where everybody has to join the army.
Yeah, but they
No
were
matter
going
what.
to real war.
Like,
Real.
Wow.
this is not like that.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
something else.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, like I even like lost my classmate during that. But like many people,
Yeah.
had the troubles. Luckily now it's much calm and really like doesn't affect like daily life.
Okay.
But yeah, it exists.
So the other thing that like they were mentioning is that the reason why you don't hear people talk about it is people don't want to like lose friends over politics. They don't want to argue about this. So sometimes they only talk about it at home, but sometimes they just like don't even talk to their family about it. Is it something that like you talk to your parents about, to your family, your close friends or family, or do you just not talk about it?
Right now I would not talk about it at all, but before of course it was so popular, and the thing is like so many families like break down, or how do you say?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is like actually we have a lot of relatives in Russia. For example, my father moved from Russia, and like he has good connection, but a lot of people who they like separated because they're on TV they say one thing, here on TV they say another thing, and they believe that, but they're working like to make people against each other. So it created actually a lot of course problems, and it's better not touch those topics.
Do you think it's changed a lot since 2014? Like now it feels like 2021. It's in the news again, at least in the US. It's really big in the news.
I think news make it exaggerating it for sure, like they do for different countries. So like generally it's calm. Yeah, but of course I can't say that nothing going on. Of course going on, and it touched some people's lives for sure.
Well, спасибо дякую. Let's enjoy this. What is this called?
Вареники.
This is cherry слишком.
Is it sweet?
Слишне,
Yeah,
слишне.
слишне. It's sweet. Let's enjoy.
Alright, let's try.